Hello all. So we're in the middle of the ACESOMNIACS hiatus during the month of December, and I figured I have a little bit of free time right now, and I've had something on my mind for a little bit, so what a great idea to rant at you all about it, force you all to listen to me for a little bit longer, and yeah, I actually get something on our channel over the course of this month. So, without further ado, I just want to talk a little bit about something, like I said, that's been bothering me a bit, and that is the concept of open-mindedness in regards to sexuality. Now, most people really stress, and this is a well-known push from pretty much, any group, any kind of sexuality, they stress open-mindedness externally. And that's very important. It's very important for other people to have an open mind about other people's sexuality. If they don't, then they're just not going to accept what you identify as, not going to accept your reasoning behind it, and there can't really be that dialogue. So, great. That's something we're all very familiar with. If, you've been on the internet for more than, 15 minutes, or talked to anybody that's from any kind of non-heteronormative sexual background, you know about this. Great. That's all established. Now, the thing that I think needs a little bit more attention is internal open-mindedness, which is something I really don't hear that much about. Now, it's kind of a tricky boundary because we're taught to take pride in who we are. That's a good thing, right? To admit who you are, to be proud of it, to not doubt yourself, and move forward from there. And if other people accept it or not, whatever, let them do whatever they're going to do, at least as you're proud in yourself. See, the thing is that a lot of what I've heard is that people sort of tack onto that what they imply is that part of being proud of yourself is to view yourself as static, as, not like the electric, but static as in not changing. Because, hey, if you're proud of yourself, why would you want to change? Seems, I guess, reasonable. I can follow the line of logic here. But the problem is, though, is that sexuality is not static by nature. The human mind in its entirety is not static. And to try and make it static, try and claim it is, that you are this kind of person, this is how you think, this is always how you will think, and this is what I'm proud of, is just ridiculous, trying to scrabble into stone what your mind is like at any given point. Taking pride, really, is accepting how you are currently, but also leaving room for improvement, for change. You can't predict everything that's going to come down the road. So when I stress for internal open-mindedness, it's a two-way street. When you tell somebody, hey, if you're talking to somebody about this and it comes up, I am asexual because X. I identify as asexual because it's in my biology, because I have chosen, I don't know. There are any number of reasons. One can say, they choose to be celibate, which is different from asexuality, or whatever. And a lot of people a very popular response is, I identify as asexual because it's how I am naturally. So, alright, that's good and all. Okay. And it's great when the other party that you're talking to accepts that. Okay, I accept that that's what you think. Now, the problem lies in the other direction. Well, okay, not saying there is no problem there, but the one that I'm addressing now lies in the other direction. When somebody says, maybe you are asexual, you identify as asexual, you don't have a sexual desire because of a hormone imbalance, is an extremely common one. Because you've had negative sexual interactions before, because any number of reasons they can suggest that. Now, it is incorrect, it's rude to say you are this way because of X. But it's also kind of ridiculous to go back and if they suggest, you might be asexual because of hormones, say, no, I'm not. Of course, that's ridiculous. No. That is being internally closed-minded. because really we aren't static, we are constantly shifting creatures, it is near impossible to identify the root cause of any of our behavioral patterns. Like, seriously, sit and try it out. Sit and, like, think about, that weird, like, response you have when somebody says something, or the reason you don't like celery, or anything. Sit there and try and deduce, without a shadow of a doubt, why that is. And I guarantee you're going to have a very difficult time. And whatever answer you come up to, you're not going to have any way of verifying it. See, human behavioral patterns are just this very complex mixture, nature, nurture, etc. It's a whole big package. So if you are one of the 0.001%, that is, this mental guru that has ascended to enlightenment, and you know everything about your mind and everything that it can be, that it has been, that it will be, then great. You keep on doing that. It sounds awesome. Let me know how you did it. If you're one of the rest of the 99.99%, you can't claim to know exactly why you are anything. There's so many variables involved. And to claim that you know exactly why you are something is to be closed-minded. It is to shut off possibilities that are clearly there. So, again, it's a very important thing to get that external open-mindedness, to trust that, but we can't lose sight of ourselves, because that is the most fundamental thing that we can change, that we have access to, is how we interpret things. So a very important step is to be internally open-minded, to accept, hey, maybe that about myself is true. Maybe somebody else sees something that I don't because I'm biased, because I see things the way that I do. That makes a lot of sense. To sit there and say, no, I am this way because of X, I know my mind inside and out, nobody can ever shed light on it, is folly and really stunts any kind of growth, any kind of mutual growth that we can give each other through dialogue, through just being around other people, learning through their experiences. You totally cut that off if you're internally closed-minded. So that's my message. Just consider things. I know it may seem outlandish. I know it may seem insensitive from other people. If they say it might be a hormone imbalance, it might not just be an identity, it might be, something that happened in the past. Just keep an open mind, consider it. I'm not saying they're right. I'm saying that you might not be right. That's no insult. I myself have been very wrong about me so many times. So just consider it. That's all I'm saying. Nothing too bad. So, anywho, happy holidays all. Enjoy the rest of your December, and maybe you'll see me again. Till then.